So Gearbox was at PAX today, and we got a little bit of information for Borderlands 4. No gameplay was shown, it was just all talk, and then a little bit of concept art. But some interesting stuff was mentioned, so let's go over it now. First off, they smashed the rumor down. In that Borderlands 4 teaser trailer, they mentioned the teleportation of the Elpis moon was in the same universe. We're not in the multiverse, it's the same universe, and I'm kind of glad about that. Moving on here, this is a small one, but they did mention there's a planet inside that shield. Basically, Elpis smashed into a invisible shield and revealed a planet. Now, it's not much to go off of, but, you know, they are confirming here it's not a moon, it's not an asteroid, it's an actual planet. And then right after, we got something interesting. I think during the show, they went a little bit off script, and they almost spoiled something, but they got stopped. We had 5 of the top dogs from Gearbox on stage. Randy couldn't make it, he was sick apparently. And Graham Timmons starts talking about these meteors that came down in the trailer having significance. But unfortunately, before he said more, Randy Varnell cut him off and basically said, yeah, we shouldn't spoil too much, you know, let's move on from here kind of thing. He respectfully cut it short. These meteors could have something big, but they just want to make sure they didn't spoil it. Now, looking at the trailer, the meteors, I look back at them and you can't really tell what they are outside of that Psycho Mask falling down. I doubt they were all meteors of falling Psycho Mask. You know, that might have just been a promotional thing for the game. But instead, maybe an actual living thing. This is speculation, living thing or technology, something more. But we'll have to wait until we get more news on that. They also mentioned this time around they want to go back to the roots and start putting things back on the board. They mentioned they had a lot of cool ideas for previous games, but it didn't make it in. So we could see something coming back to the game. I don't know if it's going to be an actual full character, or if they're refurbishing an idea from the past. Now for the next one, this doesn't seem very significant, but it is kind of important. And that is that they publicly put out there that they watch their social medias and take things into mind. You know, when we say things on social media about like, oh, this character sucks, or I love this, or whatever, usually Gearbox is not going to go out of their way and be like, oh, sorry that sucks, or, you know, I'm glad you like that, or whatever. They normally stay silent on it and then, you know, take in that feedback. But they have publicly said now, they look at their socials and they look at the characters that you love and that you don't love. And to me, that is a very big sign. They're stepping up and partially admitting that there are things in BL3 and other games that did not quite work the way they wanted it to. AKA the Calypso Twins being complete trash. Moving on here to the much bigger stuff. They did announce there's going to be 4 brand new Vault Hunters at release and that they are going to be switching it up. So I don't think we're going to see the same cookie cutter soldier character, siren character, you know. All they said is that they're going to be switching it up and they're going to play a major part in the story. They mentioned that they will react differently to situations, and they talked about how the community mentioned that the Vault Hunters were not in cutscenes and it was kind of weird. So these Vault Hunters are now going to be reacting to the story, not just be like a background thing in the story while it's being told. That is good to hear. One of the major complaints was back in Borderlands 3, you exit the vault of the Rampager, and then you as the Vault Hunter, let's say you're playing Flak and you're watching Maya die. And nowhere in the cutscene are you helping out, you're just sitting back watching, doing nothing. And then the cutscene ends and then suddenly you're just like met with the aftermath. Due to what was said at PAX, they're playing a major part in the story, and that is really good to hear that the Vault Hunters can react with the environment around them. The Vault Hunters will kind of react to the story, and we don't know if that's going to be like, you know, the story's going to be one set path, or if you play this Vault Hunter, you get a different take on the story, or if you play this Vault Hunter, you get a different, separate take on the story. Like, no matter what, the story is still going to be probably pretty concrete, the same, but they worded it as the Vault Hunters will have influence a little bit with the story. And then finally, at the very end, we got some concept art for Borderlands 4, and the tone's looking futuristic, dystopian. They mentioned that they want to do a lot of different things, so I don't think we're going to be focusing on the heavy, you know, deserted landscapes, but instead, the world around us, good or bad, is more tech involved, and like I said, it's very futuristic, lots of lights. It looks interesting. Now, as a longtime fan, I kind of hope we have a little bit of that desertedness. I hope we're not entirely crammed into, like, you know, big cities and claustrophobic spaces, but we'll have to wait and see what happens on that. One more thing I want to mention is you can see what looks like loot beams in this concept art. It doesn't say a whole lot, you know, we don't know if they're legendaries or if it's just like a money pickup or something. But I thought it was interesting they added those to the concept art. Normally, at least from what I see, they don't really add gameplay mechanics into concept art. Anyways, that's going to be it for the news we got from PAX today. Let me know below what you guys think about all this. Are you more excited for Borderlands 4, or are you holding off until the gameplay? Personally, I'm waiting for that gameplay. Until I see that, I will hold my judgment. But yeah, you guys have a great day. See you next time. Peace out.